Hey folks, it's Nick and Mitch. We've just come from watching The Last Airbender in 3D. It's the latest M. Shyamalan directed flick, and it's actually quite nifty as a movie. There's only one word of warning. It's not to be
taken too seriously.
Taken too seriously in the sense that
the level of overacting in some parts of this film is pretty bad.
Well, Mitch, we're talking about child actors. We're not talking about the other actors.
Yeah, true. But when it's like they're attacking, we have to flee.
It wasn't that bad compared to some of his other flicks.
Yeah, you're right.
The Happening.
This is true. But I like The Happening, but I also like this one.
Anyways, Mitch and I were having a discussion about M. Shyamalan's directorial orientation. His chops are pretty decent, but when you think about it, a good portion of his flicks are also driven into overacting, and I think it's because he's directing his actors to overact. I don't know why. Neither does Mitch.
More feeling. Okay, you're now it's realistic. Give me a little more. Little more. That's too much. Bit more. There we go. Hold.
Yeah, so it's pretty much why do you think they were making fun of him in Robot Chicken? What a twist!
What a twist!
Anyways,
we're not here to abduct you. We make you a cake. What a twist!
Yeah, but coming back to the movie itself, if you're a type of person who hates movies that suddenly leave you dangling for more, because of it possibly becoming a trilogy or a duology or God knows how many flicks they're going to be making with it. In this particular case, it's one of those movies that you'll be left in the middle of the first storyline, at least with an ending per se.
You see, they ended this film the same way they ended the first Lord of the Rings films, and the way they ended the Golden Compass.
No, not really, because the first Lord of the Rings films, they were actually running after the hobbits at the end of the credits.
True, you're right, because the Lord of the Rings films, that book, they cut one big book to 3 chunks, which left you. But this is like the ending of Golden Compass, where it's like the story's not over, the movie's over. You gotta wait for a sequel that Paramount
and also,
may or may not be willing to fund, depending how well this movie makes.
Yeah, here's the worst part about it, folks. Paramount is a Viacom company. As much as I hate Viacom for what they did for YouTube, I just hope to God that their pockets are deeper than their mouth are.
I'm sure they got deep pockets.
Well, we can only hope.
Maybe the execs have to lay off the smack and the $5 hooker by blowjobs. I'm sorry, their execs. This $500 hooker blowjobs.
This particular review just went into NC-17 double overrating. Anyways, the movie itself is still properly acted. The visual effects are done by Industrial Lights and Magic.
And they're done very well.
Done very, very well. They've shot in New Zealand,
in Vietnam,
and Philadelphia,
and Los Angeles.
So
that might have just been the blue screen they did in the Hollywood studios. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. Either way, the story was quite well done. Although I have to admit that out of all the child actors that they had, I loved the waterbender's brother the most, due to the way that he was actually throwing in comedic flair into everything.
It's trying to eat me.
Anyways, it's worth the flick to go see it, either 2D or 3D. We want to go see the 3D because it's the only one that's available.
It was either this. Well, we either can see it here in 3D or
2D in Crystal Palace.
2D Crystal Palace and cramped seats.
We'll go see it here at Trinity Drive where the seats aren't as cramped. Thank you very much, Mitch.
Yes, and although I still believe the only movie coming out in the next 6 months that absolutely needs to be in 3D is Tron. Everything else 2D.
Well, Tron, you have to.
I know you have to.
Tron, you have to. And if anyone out there misses Tron in the movie theaters, I'm gonna get very angry. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the last Airbender.
We're getting off track again.
Yeah, again. It's a sunny day. We're allowed to go off track. So, for the family, this is actually a PG-13 movie. I'd say probably PG.
There is violence, but it's not graphically brutal violence where people's intestines start popping out.
There's no blood, guts, gore. There's a lot of... one of the characters I absolutely loved was the prince's uncle from the Fire Clan or the Fire Tribe.
Yeah, he's pretty much exactly the way he was in the animated series. Kind of a... Tempered.
Even.
Yeah, like the prince himself is...
hot-blooded.
Hot-blooded, with a short fuse. He's always going off when he should be stopping to think. And the uncle's always there. No, no, no. Don't jump off the cliff before you put on your parachute. Zip, zip, click. Now jump.
Push.
Push.
Anyways, it's worth the flick. For at least from me, there's at least 2 thumbs up. I can't say anything negative against the acting because there is one thing in Hollywood that's not recommended. Never work with children and with animals.
The animals were CGI, so they have no excuse.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, that's 2 from me, and
I'll give it 2.
2 from Mitch. Don't listen to the critics, folks. Never do. We're not paid for this. We just love movies.
Just don't go seeing this movie expecting the actors to win Academy Awards or Emmys or anything. They won't get it.
Yeah. Anyways, that said, have a nice one.